children glad. Nothing ever changes, nothing ever stays the same. 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 Splashdown, I'm back on the ground. 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 Splashdown. Original composition, yes. I was in the kitchenette the other day, doing the washing up, and that song popped into my mind. I wrote that probably more than 20 years ago. Yeah, 20 years ago. Still lived in Seattle town, C-town, and I used to jam it out with my buddy, and I was going to send him a message and say, hey man, do you remember that song? Do you know how it goes? And then suddenly I remembered the lyrics and the chords and everything like that. So what I did was I took it and I extended it a little bit, changed the not the arrangement, but see, arrangement in music, it's a, hey Melissa, are you still there? Arrangement in music is actually the instrumentation. But what I did was I changed around the structure, I suppose, added some lyrics, added some parts, and so now we're still working on it. I hope you enjoyed that wonderful performance. Gonna make a demo and send it to the lads of Nabucco Dinosaur, our international virtual psychedelic alternative indie rock group. Anyhow, what's going on? Oh, art update, hey? Look at this, big day. I got not one, but 2 paintings finished today. They came together on the same day. After crashing yesterday because I broke my glasses and I ran into a friend of mine, and so I ran out of sunlight. I was able to persevere and get these both finished today. This is called 6 Rue du Guéry, or number 6 Rue du Guéry. And look at that. Bum, 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 bum. So this is a rooftop, it's acrylic, it's 30 by 90 centimeters. It's acrylic on linen canvas. Ooh, baby. And recycled canvas. Yeah, I'm gonna, if you would like this for your very own, please do get in touch, because soonly I'm going to drop this off at the Galerie 21, Art 21 on Rue Tolosé on Montmartre, with my buddy Bruno, who will sell it for a tidy profit. But if you want to put dibs on it, you got to let me know, okay? And I'll hold on to it for you. And then we can arrange how to get it delivered. And then here is a detail of this one. Now, you see this over here? Okay, can you see that? It's this part right here. You see that? With the open window. Open window. So this one is square format, 40 by 40 centimeters. Mixed media on collaged canvas. So what I did was I prepared the canvas with old book pages and Dazo type blueprint. And then I sanded down, you can see some of the blueprint coming through there. Sanded down to make the surface. And then I transferred the image using homemade carbon paper, which is tracing paper with graphite on the back of it. And then I traced down, what I did was I had taken a photo of this and then traced, and then I printed out the pages, and then I traced certain sections of it. And then I scanned that in again, printed that out on the tracing paper, and then put the carbon on the back of the tracing paper, and then I transfer it down onto here, so I have a guide, so it becomes sort of like a coloring book of sorts. And here, it's kind of a shame to go to the trouble of preparing this canvas just to cover it up. So what I tried to do is I tried to leave as much of the prepared surface showing through as possible, especially in the chimney. I think that's kind of fun. Let's see if I can show you that. See that? Isn't that fun? Okay, so cool. Likewise, if you're interested in this one, please do let me know, because otherwise this is going to the gallery too, and you're going to have to fly all the way to Charles de Gaulle and take the train into town, get a hotel or a hostel or an Airbnb, and then you're going to have to take an Uber or the metro to Montmartre, and then you're going to have to knock on the door at Bruno's gallery, Art 21, Art 21, and go in there and shell out some euros for this. But if you want dibs, you know what to do. So this is cool. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the same format, going to prepare it in the same manner, but for the next ones, the first, I can't remember the name of the titles that I'm going to do. I'm going to let the collage do a lot of the heavy lifting for the piece. Like you can see here, here's my test sheet for this one. And so what I do is I test the colors on here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this test sheet and then make a drawing on here, I think. It looks a little bit like a landscape under a rainy sky, doesn't it? And you can see here also I did some of the collage bit under there. I think it's 2 layers of paper. You see the white part there? How the type is sticking to the paper, whereas the page of the book is worn away by the sandpaper, by the sanding action, or glass paper, as I like to say, papier de verre. And yeah, what I'm going to do is, while I'm preparing the canvases, because there's a lot of dry time, luckily we're having a heat wave, so it should go more quickly. They'll actually probably be dry by the time I'm finished gluing down the pages, and I can continuously go through and sand and glue and sand and glue. I'm probably exaggerating, but hopefully what I'll do is I'll have some time to address these other drawings which are not related to, which is a different theme. It's about classical mythology, as a matter of fact. I did one, you've seen this one. Oh, baby. This is called Aphrodite Hastens to Warn Adonis. You've seen this? So this was made on a test page as well. You see that black and blue and so forth. And so I'm going to do some more of these with the figures in there, sort of statuary-esque looking figures in motion. They're kind of blurred out because when I took the photos there was movement using a long shutter exposure. So I want to get some of these done. They won't be for the gallery. We're going to have a friend of mine and I are going to rent out a spot in September, and you're all welcome to come to that as well. You're going to have to get a flight to Charles de Gaulle, take the train into town, rent an Airbnb, and then hire a Uber to get out there. Adelmira. Oh, okay. She just started following me. She's not watching. Maybe she is watching. Adele, are you watching? I'm guessing you're, that's his. Hola, Adele. So, Melissa or Adele, can you give me a number? Because now it's time for a little bit of the divine. Warrior of the light, Paulo Coelho. So what I do is we're going to read one of these parables and I'll interpret it for you. It's written in French. Let's see. But I discovered an artist today. There's this Aubrey Beardsley. Do you know him? He's a 19th century artist, and he did stark black and white line drawing, woodcut type of things, inspired by Japanese wood prints. And a friend of ours in high school, many, many eons ago, made up a dance called the stomach dance. And I came across, somehow I jumped onto the Aubrey Beardsley Wikipedia page and came across a drawing of this, a print called The Stomach Dance. So I had to send it out to him and ask him if that's where the name came from. He's in upstate New York now. He came back and he told me that Aubrey Beardsley is repulsive to him, which is fine, to each their own. But then he turned me on to this guy called Lawrence Alma-Tadema, and he does neoclassic painting. I mean, he used to in the 19th century. I think he was either German or Polish or something, and then he moved to London. But they're these hyper photorealistic, like classical reimaginations of the decadence and luxuriousness. What was the word they used? Glamour? No, of ancient Rome, and they're just magnificent. I mean, they look like the photos. I mean, he must have been. I would really like to know how he was doing it. I know he used photo references for the relics, like vases and architecture and so forth, but I suspect also that he used photo reference for the figures as well, because they're just spot on. Look him up, Lawrence Alma hyphen Tadema, Tadema, and that's what's going on. So, oh no, I've been blabbing on so long, we're out of time. Sorry about that. I'm always losing my pick these days. Guess it's no big deal, is it? Splashdown, and I'm back on the ground. Splashdown, I look what I found. Splashdown, and see the old town. Nothing ever changes, nothing ever stays the same. Nothing ever changes, nothing ever stays the same. Gotta go. Ciao for now. Bisous. Thanks, Melissa. Gracias, Adela. Ciao.